Okay guys, welcome to today's episode of my video, and I want to welcome you specially because we have something quite very interesting we're going to be looking at in today's video. Now I'm bringing this video because it's one of the things you will never see in the internet. I mean, search it out, you won't see people bring out this type of topic, but it's one topic that we are going to be discussing today, and I'm very much excited. So welcome to my channel. And then before we continue in a discussion today, all right, if you have not subscribed to my channel, this is your first time of joining my channel, I'd like you to go ahead and click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. It's very important, all right, because you are going to be having more and more content that will inspire you, all right. That's why I'm asking you to do this, all right. So subscribe to my channel, that's the first thing. And then if you have not liked this video, you need to like this video. So go ahead and click the like button and like this video, and also share this video, let people watch, all right, because this particular episode of my video, this particular video is going to inspire you, all right. So let's go right into today's video. All right, so what do I have on ground today to discuss? All right, today let's take just a few seconds break. All right, so today we are going to be discussing about the top 5 men of God or pastors that have been criticized. The top 5 most criticized pastors in Nigeria. So that's a topic we are going to be looking at today. I mean, it's one topic that like I said, people don't talk about this kind of a thing, all right, but it's going to inspire you, like I tell you. So why am I bringing this up? First of all, what does criticism means? What does it mean to criticize somebody? I have learned from these men. The reason why I'm bringing these men of God to discuss today is because they have inspired me for something, and I think can inspire some other person out there. Now, all these men of God that have been criticized, all right, I noticed one thing about them. Each time they are being criticized, they are no more in that same level. That is why I'm bringing today's topic, so that it can equally inspire you for greatness. All right, so we are going to be looking at top 5 men of God that are most criticized in Nigeria. I'm talking about Nigeria, all right, because you love them, and the remarkable things they have done despite all the criticism they have faced in their ministry, in their work, all right. Because one of the things I've understood about being criticized is that once you are being criticized, all right, in fact, all men of God, yes, they experience these things, all right. There's no man of God that have not experienced criticism in any way. There's no man of God that has not experienced criticism in any way. So, but today these ones are outstanding. So even you as a child of God, I'm sure you have also experienced it, but these ones are outstanding. So I want to talk about them, all right. So top five. On the 5th position, we have this man of God, Dr. Abel Damina. All right, that's on the 5th position. He's the 5th pastor that I want to discuss about, and this man of God has been criticized in so many ways, and his outstanding criticism come from him talking against prosperity, about the prosperity of a Christian. That is where many Christians are attacking him because of his teaching. And this man of God has really grew. I mean, because from when notice something about this man of God, all right, even the fact that he was denied several big places that he wanted to hold occasions because he said he wanted to maintain the doctrine from the scriptures. All right, he keep on preaching what he believed in the scriptures, and you saw him that no matter how many things that was being done to him, because he preached against prosperity, he preached against many things, even communion. All right, so many people attack him for that. Many people talk against him, but yet what happened to this man of God? He never gave up. And notice what happened to his ministry. He has been growing effortlessly. He has been growing in the things of God. So this is the 5th person that I like to discuss about, Abel Damina. He has really grown in ministry, and I thank God for his life. All right, so on the 4th position now, we have E.A. Adeboye, the general overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. I believe some of you know him. You know him very well, and he's a well minister of God that have really done a lot of things. When I was watching one of Johnson Suleiman's video when he was talking about him. I mean, he's a really great man of God that have really, established, many churches across Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria is so blessed with many pastors like this. I mean it. Nigeria is really so blessed. So this man of God has been criticized so much too. So he's one of the men of God that have been so much criticized. Why? Now, if you can remember, there was a time when he made a particular statement that you are not supposed to marry a girl who cannot cook for you, who cannot pray for an hour. And he was so criticized during this period. And he was also criticized that he should not, men of God are not supposed to be using private jets. All right. So those are some of the criticism that came to him. But what happened in his ministry? This man of God, his desire for the things of God has made him so as to grow so big. He has grown in his ministry, and his desire is to make sure that churches meet you everywhere. You should meet Redeemed Christian Church of God, and his church has expanded. Despite all the criticism that he has faced. So this is the fourth man of God I'm bringing to you, and I believe that you are getting inspired already, because these are things that nobody will want to tell you about. So based on all the things that these men of God, and watch out for these men of God, they don't respond to all this criticism that they say they do. All right, us in the third position we have the man of God, which is here, Apostle Johnson Suleiman. Oh God, this man of God is a well criticized man of God that we all know. I mean, a lot of people have talked about him, against him. I mean, but this man of God, there was a particular time where someone came up and was saying that the man of God, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, slept with him and left him, that he's sure he's the one, that he came and assumed that he's not the one. But something inspiring was, when all this thing was going on, they were talking about the man of God that is a fake pastor, that is this, that is that. He was organizing a conference, a ministers' conference. What? Isn't that inspiring? Somebody that they are talking about. It was all over internet, all right? But he was having a ministers' conference. He is not moved. What a man of God. What a man of God. Several other things that have been done to this man of God, yet his ministry has been growing. And like I told you, each time a minister of God is being criticized, you notice that he becomes bigger and do bigger things for God. All right, so they are not moved with their criticism. So the more you criticize those men of God, the more you are announcing them. So these men of God are so precious. So Apostle Johnson Suleiman is one man of God in this. If you don't know, Apostle Johnson Suleiman is the founder of the Omega Fire Ministry. All right, and he has done great work for God despite all the criticism that he has faced. At a point, people also doubted that his miracle money, that he's also doing fake miracle money. But these things are real. I mean, in the last concluded meeting which he had and invited Prophet Hubert Angel, you saw what happened. Right there, people were receiving miracle money, and he also did that when he went to the US, and also do it in Auchi. So this man of God is real, and despite all the things he's facing, he's still advancing in his ministry. So this is in the third position that we have the Apostle Johnson Suleiman, and he's very good. In the second position, wow, should I just go into the second position? Okay, let's take a minute break. Now in the second position, we have the late man of God, Prophet TB Joshua. I mean, this man of God, the world is so full of evil. When this man of God was alive, not many people talk about him. In fact, the whole world talk against this man of God. But he is the same man of God that immediately he died, so many people talk great things about him. Why didn't you say that when he was alive? Meanwhile, when he was alive, a lot of people criticize him that he's a fake pastor. A lot of people criticize him that he was the one that killed people. Why? There was a particular program that was supposed to be held, and the building broke down, and people blame him, saying that he's the one that is an occultic man. Are you seeing all these things? But that's not the point I want to drive you to. The point I want to drive you to is that despite all the things that happened, wow, Prophet TB Joshua grew mightily in his ministry, very well, and did great things. In fact, the more he was being criticized, the more he did better and big things for God. Boy, these men of God are so inspiring. I mean, Nigeria is blessed with great and powerful men of God. I mean it. And I mean it. So, Prophet TB Joshua is one man of God that, despite all the criticism that he has faced in his ministries, in his life, even if he's late now, but you can imagine that his ministry is still loud and is still making tremendous progress in the body of Christ. So this is what we are talking about. So in all these things, in all this criticism that they faced, they never allowed it to affect them. They never allowed it to affect them. Meanwhile, what happened? They continue increasing in their ministry. They continue increasing. So this is in the second position. We have Prophet TB Joshua. All right, and he's a great man of God, and I think all of you all like him. So before I just continue to the first, I would just like to say a few things. If you are hearing me now, learn to celebrate people, not when they die. All right, because I noticed during his burial, a lot of people were talking good things about him. Why didn't you say that when he was alive? Don't celebrate bad things. He was all over the internet when he died, but when he was still alive, when have you ever talked about him? So learn to celebrate people when they are alive. Stop criticizing them. Even if you continue criticizing them, like I told you, it will increase their ministry. All right, in the first position, who do we have here? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Who do we have here? Now we have the man of God, Pastor Chris. Wow, I believe many of you know Pastor Chris. Pastor Chris is a well-known man of God, and I'm sure each of you know him. Now, in his ministry, Pastor Chris is not just criticized in Nigeria, he's a well-criticized man of God in the whole world. All right? But what has been happening with Pastor Chris? I mean, if there's any other ministry that I know that have grown very big and very quickly, despite all what has been done, it's Christ Embassy. Now, Pastor Chris is the founder of Christ Embassy. All right, he's also called Love World Incorporated. Now, Pastor Chris, especially around that 2015, when his wife actually, left him. All right. But many people assume that they divorced. I don't think they divorced, because the man of God has still been, wearing his ring. So I can't talk about that side. But look at it this way. When the woman left, all right, there was a lot of criticism. That it was so powerful that he could pull down his ministry. Oh God. But what happened? He was not moved. I mean, this was the surprising part of it. With all the things that was said concerning this man when his wife left him, he was not moved. People talk against the fact that he also, he said that masturbation is not a sin. Boy, a lot of people were talking, even men of God attacked him. And a lot of people also attacked him concerning his miracles. They said he was doing fake miracles. And they stopped showing him in some TV. But he moved. After they stopped him from, showing one of his popular TV shows, which was Atmosphere for Miracles, because they said that the crowd was fake. People couldn't believe that he could gather so much crowd. So this criticism was not even coming from outside people, but people inside the church. Boy, can you imagine this? People in the body of Christ. That means churches, those in the body of Christ, we are now the one attacking this man of God because they think that all the miracles he did was not right. Can you imagine? But this was not true. All the miracles all along was all right. Why? Because if you notice now, there's a particular miracles that's going on now, healing streams, and the next one is even coming up in the month of March 2023. All right. So these healing streams, you can imagine, Pastor is not even there. Pastor Chris is not even there anymore to pray for them physically, even if that is done in the auditorium where he's having the healing stream. But now he even go ahead and prays for people online, and they receive miracles. This was the same thing that was done by Prophet TB Joshua, even when people didn't believe the man of God. All right, and Pastor Chris is also doing the same thing. So that means all the miracles he always did that people attacked him before were all real. I hope you're inspired, because looking at this is so amazing. So that's trying to tell you that as a Christian, let me talk now. As a Christian, you shouldn't be moved by somebody criticizing you. You know, one thing I learned from this man of God, Pastor Chris, he said something that inspires me. He said, do you know what it means for somebody to criticize you? It means that person left his or her time, come and sat down, spend time, and discuss about you. You should be happy if someone criticizes you. You shouldn't be moved. In fact, the more they criticize you, the more that it shows that you are somebody. The more it means that you are doing something big. Wow. That is why the men of God were never moved. So notice all these men of God that I'm talking about today, they were not moved. And of course, we have powerful men of God in this our time that are also so remarkable, even when they are being criticized. We can look at the likes of Joshua Selman. All right, he's also a powerful man of God too, and he's doing great wonders. He's doing great wonders. I can also look at the likes of Oyedepo, who is also doing great things for God despite all the criticism he has received. So I bet that this video has really inspired you and to believe that no matter the criticism you are facing, all right, these men of God, they were never moved. So don't be moved. Don't leave the work of God and think that, oh, because somebody is talking against you, you want to leave it and you don't want to do it anymore. This video should inspire somebody out there, all right? And I want you to comment if this video really inspired you. You listen to this video and inspire you. I would like you to comment below. Let me know what is on your mind. Let me know what this video did to you. So I'd like to hear from you in the comment section below. Thank you so much for staying with me and for watching today's video. We will look forward to having you in my next video. Thank you.